Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and for today's episode, this is going to be the episode 9 of the 5 Love Affairs podcast. Apologies for my voice, I'm still sick. I've been sick since last week, but we'll make this episode work. So by the way, I'm Cheryl of the Elegant Urban, and I am coming to you from the southern part of the Philippines. You can find me on my Facebook page and Instagram account. I sell patterns on Ravelry, Love Crafts, and Creative Fabrica. And in this channel, I'll be sharing my stitch tutorial, pattern tutorial, and thought process with my designs and everything in between that has something to do with crochet. Now, for today's episode, I'm going to talk quite a few things today. I'll be talking about finished objects. I think I have a couple of finished objects this time, the latest acquisitions, as well as an update of the projects that I was able to show you before. Now, let's start with finished objects. First, I will show you this one. So this is another of my pineapple slice shawl. I think it's half finished, but the crocheting part is already done. I'm done with the body of the shawl. I just have to attach the tassels. Okay, so this is my third pineapple sliced. So I'm done here. So this is just the same with this. I used the same type of yarn from the previous one that I had here. So this is spun polyester 8 ply. And then just the same size with the body from the previous one and this one. Now I just want to show you how the tassels would drastically or dramatically change the stitches, the appearance of the stitches from the body. So this is one. This is unblocked. I just finished crocheting this one yesterday. So there. And look at how the tassels was able to pull down the stitches. So the design is clearly displayed because somehow the tassels add weights to the hem. So the pattern from the body is well displayed. So that's why I'm going to put tassels with this one still. I've been cutting the tassels already, and I still have to cut more of it so that I would be able to attach them here. So the color of this is rust, I think. I'm not sure, I'm very sorry. And yeah, so this is my first finished finished object. Now let me show you how wide this shawl is. So it's like this. So it's actually beyond the butt area. So it has it appears wide. So with this, I was able to consume 4 cakes of the rust colored yarn. Unlike this one, 4 at this moment, but I think I would still have to add 1 more for the tassels. So more or less in total, I would be able to consume 5. Less cake with this than this because I really consumed 6 cakes for this golden orange one. I still have 2 cakes there that was left, and yes, I would have a 1 cake that would be spared from this project. So this is my pineapple sliced shawl. Now another finished project that I have here is actually this squares. Now the detail of this is from the skirt, the shawl, and the top that I did from last year's project. I still have to release them, and I am going to create a rectangular shawl out of the squares. So I have, by the way, this yarn, I showed this yarn before from my previous podcast. So this is an 8 ply Indophil yarn, an imported Indophil yarn, 8 ply. And I have 2 colors for this. So this is the other one. So from the yarn that I showed you before, I turn it into this. I was still thinking of projects that I would be able to use that yarn up. Now it's here. I'm planning to create a rectangular shawl out of these squares. Now for the cake, for this cake, so I already made quite a few. So for this turmeric colored yarn, I was able to create 5 squares. So this square has a little, pretty detail in the middle. And I was able to create 5 of this. Now for this color, which is deep purple, I was only able to create 4 complete squares, and then 1 that is unfinished because I ran out of yarn. So I'm turning this one into a rectangular shawl. So because of the reason that I ran out of yarn, I had an excuse to buy more yarns this time. But I'm going to show you the yarns that I bought for this project later. Now, and for the whip, so basically the square is, the individual squares is finished, or I've finished individual squares, but basically this is still a whip because I will be turning this into a rectangular shawl. And so another whip that I have, so basically my projects this time are not completely done. And I am going to update you because this is still a whip and I was able to share with you this project before. So my PNINA shawl, I still haven't finished my PNINA shawl because from the previous holiday that we had, I worked with this one instead of doing this one. So I am here at this point with my PNINA shawl, and I'm going to do the pattern on the edge. So yes, I ran out of yarn, so I have to grab another, same shade of pink, and I think this will serve good with this color. So I would be doing the pattern on the hem this time. So this one is a 4-ply premium yarn, a cotton yarn. Now, and this one is an 8-ply fine cotton yarn. I had another one, another 4-ply cotton yarn, but that's not the same with this color, and I tried to use it for this part here that I ran out of yarn, but it doesn't complement, the color doesn't complement with the pink. And I tried this one and I think this will just, work good. So I'm almost done with this. Basically, I would now be on the hem pattern, or on the hem. We'll be doing the hem part. So this is my PNINA. Hopefully I will finish this one before the year ends. So this is my PNINA and doing the hem part now. So this episode will be quite short because I don't have a lot of things to share. I would have promised that I only have a few. Now let's jump into the latest acquisitions. Now, like what I've said, I have the excuse to buy more yarns this time. I've been restraining myself to buy more yarns because I still have a lot here in my stash. But because of this project, I have an excuse to buy more yarns. Here, finally, it's the same color, of course, because I ordered it from the same seller online. So this is from this one. Now, since I ordered 150 grams, supposed to be 3 of 50 grams each, but they make this one a bigger cake which is 100 grams, and then the smaller cake which is a 50 grams. So this is 100 grams and this is 50 grams. It's very nice. It's very, very nice. I really love the way that they want the yarn this time than this. So this is the Turmeric. This is an 8-ply imported INPDOHIL yarn. And then the other one is this. This is a deep purple, still 100 grams, and this one is 50 grams. So since I already have the yarn, so I will now be able to continue my project. Hopefully the next time that I will be doing my next episode of the podcast, I would now be sharing my finished this one finished rectangular shawl out of the squares. So this is my first. Actually, I only have a couple, and I have another one aside from this. Now the next one is this specialty yarn, It's still in the box, but I already opened this one. This one is glitter yarn. Now the reason that I bought this has been, for quite some time in my cart in Shopee, because, I was eyeing this one if I could, if this would be a perfect match from the glitter yarn that I used before. If you happen to remember, or if you happen to watch my video earlier this year where I showed you my holiday skirt, it was already finished basically, but I wanted to lengthen the skirt. I wanted to add the length of the skirt because it's very mini for me. So I decided to buy another yarn. But then the seller where I bought the yarn that I used, it was already sold out from their store. So that's why it took me some time to finish it, to continue my skirt. But I wasn't sure if this one would be a perfect match with the glitter yarn that I used before. So this has been in my cart for quite some times. Now lately, because I wanted to finish my skirt, I wanted to wear it, so I decided to give it a try. So basically, it's almost perfect match to the yarn that I used before. It's just that this is a little bit thinner and the color is a little bit lighter than the previous one that I used. So I'm still thinking if I would be able to use this with a skirt, because I might have because I used this one for, the design of my skirt it has some squares. Now if I'm going to use this, I might be able to come up, a smaller square than the previous one, or than the previous one that I made. So I'm still thinking, and if not, I would be making another project out of this one. Maybe it would be better than, forcing this or combining this with the previous one that I made. So this is a glitter yarn, one ply. It's very pretty. I bought 150 grams. But the seller is very nice, because if you decided to buy because it comes with the 50 grams, the yarns. But if you decided to buy 3 cakes, they're going to wind it as one, so you don't have a cut on the cake or on the yarn. So it's very nice. So this is the skirt, by the way. Might as well show it to you. So this is my holiday skirt. So it has some glitter yarns there. I combined the glitter yarns with a mercerized thread. This one, and this is the yarn basically. Now this is a little bit thicker than where is it? Than this one. I'm not sure if this would be visible to you. Even if I will tend to stretch the yarn. Let me see. I think if I will try to stretch the yarns, it would appear as if they're just the same in size. But the color is a little bit, this one is a little bit paler than this one. So there, I hope it's visible for you. So that's why I'm having, some thoughts of using this to lengthen my skirt. So yeah, this is my skirt. So it's made with squares here. So this is actually the same pattern, or the same pattern, this one with this one here. So but actually I have a skirt which has this pattern, exact same pattern of this, with the squares on the hem. So this is the skirt. Sorry, this is the skirt that I'm trying to lengthen. And the reason that I bought the glitter yarn. So I hope you find this episode interesting, though it's quite short, but I only share a few things today. But I hope it will ignite some of your creativity to create your own projects. We will find, or you may find inspiration from this episode. And I thank you all for watching, and I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel. And I see you all next time. Happy crocheting, and God bless us everyone.